Alright guys, this is my first voiceover main video, but this is my gameplay from me and my duo, and we're just going to see how it plays out. We did end up winning this game, but I'll just be taking you guys through the process on how we did it. We were playing Reload Ranked, and we're in the Elite rank, because my duo tends to grind this quite a lot, but I'm Silver, but we decided to land at Adobe Abodes, which I think is quite, it's a nice POI. It's alright. Right off spawn, I see an epic item, assuming it's a good item, maybe like a shockwave or even a scar. I go for it and it's a launch pad, but it's fine because I end up getting a grappler and a charged shotgun. I kind of don't really, I'm not used to the new movement, so I try using it to get out, but I end up just having to pickaxe my way out and decide to go up the stairs. Now wielding 2 shotguns and prepared to fight most foes around Adobe Abodes. But there's not many, because it used to be a popular drop spot earlier in the Reload season, but now it's kind of fallen off quite a bit, I feel. Pick up a shield carrier and just looking around for the chest. There's not much for this part of the video, because it's just like the opening, but as you can see, this lobby, I'm not sure if it was the rank or what the time of the day was, but there was only about 37 players when we started, and right now there's only about 30 left by the end of the first zone. We're still scrambling all over for loot. Gonna keep searching all those chests because we are not the best equipped to fight everyone else, and we want to make sure we have a standard chance. So we don't, lose. But right now, my duo and I, we were just discussing like trading some items because I think he has a hunting rifle at this moment. And there you can see again the new movement thing. I'm just not a big fan of it. Like, why does Epic need to make all 5 movement items bound, or mobility things bound to the exact same spacebar? In this game, we are looking for both placement and damage. But so we decided to rotate because we thought we heard some fighting, and we actually get to see the people who are fighting. And well, we decided if we want to make our move or not. We decided not to. We're just gonna keep looting a little more because my duo, we don't have any really good ranged weapons. When I thought he had a hunting rifle, I don't believe he actually did. But yeah. Also, just a little word of advice. This is a little dialogue, whatever you want to call it. It's gameplay from someone who's not like a sweat at the game, I'm just average. In fact, maybe a little below average. I'm not that good. I can barely build, but I try my best, I would just say I'm alright, it is what it is. But yeah, this is on January 4th, 2025. And that's crazy that we're in 2025. But here we are, we're pushing the fight. I got 2 movement items. Not really sure why I picked that. I also picked up a suppressed AR and a charged shotgun. Charged shotgun's good. And there's another example of the mobility. It just really makes me mad because oh, yep, that was probably my best building play of the entire match right there. But once again, mobility. All these new movements aren't really necessary to be bound to the same spacebar. But we keep progressing, just doing whatever we need to, honestly. We're farming mats. I thought I saw someone over this hill, and I swear if you play it back there was someone there, but it turns out there wasn't, so we just follow the fighting. Because at this point we have no damage and no elims, so we don't have anything on us, and we need to rank up somehow. But then we actually encounter our first enemy duo of the match, right? But I do believe it was a duo and a solo fighting. Because we were so desperate. I mean, I guess I don't like the third party, but sometimes you have to, because you gotta do what you gotta do, But here we are, we're pushing. We see the dude fighting. He's boxed up, or not boxed up, he's behind his own little wall. We start firing at him, but then his other duo comes in, and I do, I think, like 60. My aim is horrible, as you can see. But I do 30 damage. I thought he died to fall damage, but turns out he didn't. So he ends up falling in the water. I'm looking for him on the other side. And there's a huge chunk of build, so he manages to make it out alive. And I did see him, but I thought I would rather help my duo on this one. And I think it was a much better choice as opposed to playing with the attacking the other one, so splitting up. So, and right here my duo gets knocked, and I'm not very good. I can't like take walls or anything, so I just use my trusty strategy, which is wait for a sweaty player to edit the wall, and then I will pump them and like eliminate them. And then here I'm able to reboot my duo, and he gets all his items, and I give him back his shockwaves because I already have a 10 new scrappler, and I already give him back his shotgun ammo. I'm about to give him back his shotgun ammo because it was he needed it more than I did. I had a charged shotgun, but I didn't have that many uses left on it. Or I didn't need that many uses because it's a charged shotgun. Does a lot of damage on its own. I believe he had an auto shotgun. Not 100% sure. But as you can see, now I have my hunting rifle. I'm a lot more confident. And this position that me and my duo have here, we're gonna mainly keep that up for most of the match. We kind of scope out around on this little area. We're looking around, and suddenly we see people down there behind us, and my duo decides to shockwave, and it sends me flying. And that was my fault there, because he did make the call, but I wasn't listening. So we're fighting these dudes. This is probably one of our longest fights of the entire match. We're actually constantly just searching for them at this moment, and I'm trying to break into their builds. I'm not really sure where they are, but it turns out they're not in there where I thought they were, and they're actually above me. So now we have to go all the way back up, right? And well, now I think they're below me. I'm not. It's very confusing, but I spot one. Shoot him for 44, and that was probably the first damage or like one of the earliest bits of damage I did in the game, and that's when I knocked one of them, which is all right. But then this other one, he was pretty good at the game, I would say, compared to the other one. So the second enemy, I hit him for like another 30, which is something with a charged shotgun. It's either amazing, it does like 150, or it does 30 damage. It's very confusing. But I wait for him to edit on me so I can shoot him, but he ends up doing a little peanut butter edit, so that's unfortunate. And although I do attempt to shoot him, I actually missed my shot. I blunder so hard, it's not even funny. My duo's running away because it's a 2v1, and he's scared. And reboots end in a minute 30, but I reboot in like 1 second. So I'm back down, looking around. I'm going to get back on that high ground with my common AR back to where me and my duo were when we split the ammo. I pick up the one shockwave and the gray AR so I can at least have something better, like a little mobility item or whatever. And now me and my duo are on high ground. We begin shooting down at the enemies. We're looking for him. My duo is pretty generous. He gives me some minis. I pop the minis so we can get up and we can push them. We're definitely ready for this fight, I feel. And then that's when they make the mistake of coming up to us and pushing high ground rather than us going to them. Right, and they are moving around quite jittery and a lot. But then I realized that's my opportunity to go down and get my loot back. But in the complex mess of all the, all the builds, I was only able to find my hunting rifle, which was a little unfortunate. So I go back to help my duo, but I end up getting shot at again. But this guy's in my little point blank area, and it's the guy who killed me before. I'm pretty scared of him, but I shockwave away. I did do a decent amount of damage, and I land on that thin little area, which I'm pretty proud of myself of. That was a nice play, I feel, landing on that thin little strip, because, you know, it's thin. But then I find the rest of my loot, or most of it at least. So I have my epic charged shotgun, which I will use for a majority of this fight, but I got really confused on which items I was using here. And I thought about picking up the Mammoth pistol over the gray AR, but I realized I didn't need it, and I ended up leaving an empty spot, but it's worth it because a second later I end up finding all of my loot all over again. So, and even more. So I ended up getting a nice new tac shotgun, I believe that is, AR, grappler, hunting rifle, and I have a green pistol, which I don't even remember acquiring. But then here's where the opponents really shoot me. Literally, this is really risky what I was doing. I don't know why I did it, but I was on 102 HP, and then I pushed them, and then I got double pumped. Not double pumped, but both of them pumped me at the same time. So I'm down to 2 HP. Me and my duo were just chilling on high ground now. And I'm gonna go into the box, right? First I'm looking around for the enemies, but now I'm gonna try and make it into his box, which is the better option. Pick up both the minis. At least now I'm on 52 health, you know. It's a lot better than 2, because anything could kill me on 2. Even some fall damage. But, I don't know why I'm running around with my green pistol. It's just a really silly mistake. But now I have my hunting rifle out, and then we have the supply drop. My duo begins to push, but I do remind him that we have a supply drop on us. So, and as you can see, we're still staying in that little corner like I mentioned earlier. And this is really good because it's a nice high ground spot it gives us a tactical advantage. We watch a few people rotate, but at this moment there's only 6 people left, and I decide to replace the green pistol for a golden SMG. But my duo gives us some Chug Splash, which is really useful. And then we notice someone landing in this house, right? And then they're just kind of camping out there, and that's a solo, because I do remember checking the map in which I think it might be right now. Not 100% sure, but oh yeah. And here's when I believe I'm looking for him. We are looking all around, you know, but yeah, there he is. I spot him in the window, and I could have taken a longer time. I was just scared he was gonna jump out, you know, run away, and I would have lost my shot. But by doing 91, he ended up running away. So I should have stayed and aimed properly for my 282, which would have been a lot nicer. But, you know, it is what it is. I keep fighting. We maintain this little high ground. We don't really know what's going on to our left. I think it's another duo fighting, but we're not 100% sure. Or another duo just making their way up. But now this guy is coming towards us. We lose him inside the trees, so we end up shooting down one of the trees, and we have literally no idea where he is. We're clueless, right? So now we decide it's time to actually have a look at everyone else on the rest of the place, over on our left, right? And we do peek, have a look, and we do see quite a few enemies. We begin shooting at them, right? And I think this was the play, but I wasn't 100% sure. I have my hunting rifle. I managed to miss that shot, but it was pretty close. I'm trying to get good. But sorry. I think about pushing them. I decide not to, as I think it's too risky considering the amount of health I'm on. So I decided to get the highest ground I possibly can, in which I can overlook both sections. And that's when I noticed a man just standing openly. So I hunting rifle, snipe him for 282. Whatever, and then he goes to get his duo, and then there's another guy down there, and I missed that shot, unfortunately. If I had just gotten onto it a few seconds earlier, but it's whatever. But I'll remember that for next time so I can get better. But in this lobby, I wonder what these elite players are thinking. I really thought that was a player, that little bush, but I wonder what the elite players are thinking whilst they're getting eliminated by a silver. But I have a gray AR, so instead I decided to pick up my one-shot RPG. And there's one guy left. Me and my duo have no idea where he is. And then we noticed some building. But, yeah, oh no, first we see the glider. And he went underneath the canyon thing, like arch. And then we see the building. I pick up a little loot. Unfortunately, there's no more rocket ammo in there. But it's fine. I didn't ask my duo for rocket ammo, so he was already engaged in the duel. But I fired my rocket. That was a miscommunication because he could have had access to the area. But my duo gets knocked. It's a 1v1. And I know I don't really have a chance against this guy. So I try to maintain my high ground advantage. But it's not working the best that I want it to. And I've lost sight of exactly where he is. And I'm really worried now. But it's the last shot of the game. And Victory Royale headshot. And at this point, my teammate starts glazing.
Billy, you just clutched up. Billy.
Did that?
Billy, you're the best.
Definitely going on my clips. Please.
You're the Billy. You're the best freaking teammate ever. Billy, you're the best. You're the best.
Okay,
You're just the
good.
best. I don't care. You won us the freaking game.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good, honestly. I hope I helped.
Oh
I didn't even
my
rank
god.
up, though.